If you want to be more creative, you have to sew more and not the other way around. It is true that there are some people that are more creative than others, but if you were talking about sewing and you want to create a project, creativity doesn't come just because. You need to work it, so it comes as you sew. And if you like sewing, we sew a lot in here. Consider subscribing if you're new. My name's Irene and I like sewing. I like talking about sewing and making the most of everything I have to make creative stuff for myself, for my wardrobe, or for my home and the people I love. So if you're like me, consider subscribing, and I'm also on Instagram. Many times we think that we need the idea of the century to be creative, we need the inspiration, and we have to just wait for it, and it's not. In sewing, you need to sew, you need to inspire yourself, you need to do a lot, so creativity comes quicker and faster and in a better way. So today we're going to talk about that, about how sewing is not just to do beautiful things for the house and for yourselves, but it also trains your creativity. Step 1. Start even though you have no ideas. As I was saying before, let's leave this here. As I was saying before, if you wait for the idea of the century, you're never going to start. It's impossible. You're never going to have the perfect idea. So just start sewing, because in the process, when something goes wrong, when you have to change plans because something doesn't fit quite right, all of this is part of the creative process, and and it makes you more creative. It helps you a lot. You start, something doesn't look right, you cry a little bit, you try again, you keep trying, you get angry, and all of this is part of the process, of course, and creativity lies there and on the result. Again, if you wait for the perfect idea, you're never going to start, but if you start, you get the ideas. You know what I mean? Step 2. The more you sew, the more you see. And this is something you don't realize it's happening, but it does, because the more you train at something, the better you become. It's like a football player. The more they train, the more agile they become, the faster, the stronger. So the same with you. In the sewing room, the more you practice, the better your judgment is, the more you see how fabrics go together, or how nice these colors suit each other, or the techniques you realize about something you didn't before. So all of this adds up and it makes you more creative. And it's not because you're more creative suddenly, it's because you've trained yourself to become creative. The more practice, the more creative you get. It's easy. Third step, and this is a hard one: make mistakes. Many of your ideas are not going to work out. Since the moment you choose your fabric wrong, or oh, this cut doesn't look right, or this neckline is a bit weird, it's stiff on this side, or that mending that was better before you mended it. All of this, it's really hard, but it makes you more creative. Creativity doesn't lie on safe stuff, because if you relate to safetiness, you stay making the same projects the whole time, and this is not creative, making the same skirt or the same top or the same cushion. You need to upgrade, you need to be adventurous. And there is where creativity lies, on being adventurous, not safe. Step 4. Are you copying or getting inspired? In my case, it was like that. I wanted it to make dresses and to replicate some I had seen around. So I started sewing, and that's just fine. But sometimes you don't have to copy exactly. You can just get inspired, because by watching stuff, by seeing, then when you are going to sew, things just click, and you just can say, oh, I'm going to make this, but with this neckline or with this fabric. Right now I'm trying to make, well, I'm making a dress out of these two gigam fabrics in different sizes. It's the same color but different sizes, and it is based in one dress I saw with different colors and the same size. So I'm doing my thing. I like the dress, but I'm doing something different, and that's where creativity lies. Not as much in copying, but in transforming, in making it yours. Step 5, and this is a difficult one: trust yourself and your ideas. This is a hard one because we're always doubting ourselves and thinking, oh, there's someone that sews better than me, or what are people going to think about this project, or what if someone doesn't like it? What do you care? Because it is your fabric, your time, your sewing. So do as you wish, do what you like, and follow your ideas and your criteria. There's nothing wrong with it. I also do that to myself, and I always think aloud and say, oh, I had this idea, but I'm not sure if, or what if it doesn't fit as well. And for example, in my case, my husband always says, do it, just do it, you can do it. So just be the little husband in your head that goes, do it, because you should. It's where creativity lies. So just remember that the more you sew, the more you're training your creativity, and the easier it will become. Because with everything, when you stop doing something or you don't do it as often, you sort of forget about how to do it. Even in cooking, if you don't make a dish for a long time, maybe you forget about how to do it. So it's happened to me. So just keep trying, keep training, and I'm sure it's happened to all of us. Something's going to go wrong and something's going to turn out terribly, but don't give up. Just keep sewing and creating. And if you like this kind of video, consider subscribing, comment down below your experiences and your opinions, and I'll see you around. Bye.